It's only when we challenge the challenges thrown our way and push past it do we sparkle like a diamond. Showstoppers is here bringing you these diamonds, such diamonds, radiating their spectrum of light to bring rainbow in your life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. It's such a pleasure to have you all here, and we truly appreciate your presence at the launch of season 1 of the web series Showstoppers by Abhishek Ganguly's Cinema for Cause and me, Supermom. Isn't it amazing how God brings the right people in our life at the right time? Isn't it? Right? Everyone we meet has something to show us, have something to teach us. At most parts, people who cross our path help us understand what the world is, the world that we are living in. The first time I met Abhishek was during an event which revolved around my book launch, my recent book launch, my new book launch, and somehow we just clicked, right, Abhishek?
Absolutely, yeah.
We just clicked, because Abhishek creates cinema for cause and I write stories for cause. And I think that was a time when I was also hosting live shows of people who have grown out of their challenges. So as we all witness when two entities or two people with similar mission and passion come together, magic happens. Here, Cinema for Cause and Supermom created magic through Showstoppers, the web series. Let me tell you something about Showstoppers.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that many of them know, but some of them need to know also.
Yes, right. So Showstoppers is on a mission to breathe life into people, into those people, by the stories, the successful, inspiring stories of people who have risen from ashes. And the objective of the entire series is to bring about change in people by the life-transforming stories of those people who have changed. And as we all know that this is India's 75th year of independence. And on this occasion, Showstoppers celebrates the true independence of those individuals who have risen, who have passed through tremendous hurdles and today are looking at challenge in the eye. So let me tell you one thing. Abhishek and me, we had a fantastic journey creating this masterpiece. There was such a lot of research that went behind this, that went into this. Then writing the script, curating it, contacting the Showstoppers, fixing a date, fixing a time. And I must thank Sonali for this beautiful space which she had given for shooting. You won't believe the entire series was shot in one day. We came in the morning, we finished in the evening. Everything went on time. And this would not have been possible had the Showstoppers not been here and cooperated with us and not been here on time. Everyone was on time. The shooting happened on time. And this masterpiece was created. It was as if we were just meant to be. We were flowing like water, right?
It's called the flow state of mind.
Yes.
So we were there.
So this was absolutely, and it's been such a pleasure to be working with Abhishek and the team because they were just brilliant, so professional, beautiful. Like I cannot express in words how wonderful the entire journey was. And I would now like to tell Abhishek to speak a few words on this.
Yeah, so as Alokananda said, we met in a cafe where her book was being launched, and I could understand that she's a lady of many paths, as you can see in her flex. এখানে দেখলেই আপনারা বুঝবেন বহুমুখী প্রতিভা বাংলায় যেটাকে বলে হ্যাঁ So she writes, she motivates, she's a storyteller, she's a super mom, she's an actor. একটু আগেই আমি আবিষ্কার করলাম she can sing also. While we were doing a voice check, she was singing one or two lines, so I saw that her Sargam Gyan was also perfect. So I could understand that this is a lady with a lot of potential. So when I was listening to her book, I could understand, like the depths or the different layers she touches in life, in people's life, is really commendable. So after the book was launched, I just told her that I am looking for stories, I am looking for different cases to do a web series on bouncing back. Bouncing back stories have always inspired me. People who have never given up, people who have fought and made a comeback, people who have risen from the ashes like a phoenix. So these stories really inspire me, and I, as a filmmaker, I always thought that these stories need to be told. মানে এই সমস্ত গল্পগুলো কিন্তু অনেকের জীবনে অনুপ্রেরণার পাথেয় হতে পারে বা অনুপ্রেরণা দিতে পারে. So I thought that we must tell these stories, but I didn't have the stories. So I told her that, do you have such stories on which we can build a web series? I was looking at something non-fictional. I was looking at something which is real, which is original. So I told Olokananda, I am looking for maybe 10 such stories which will touch you, which will touch everyone. So she said, okay, give me some time. I already have some people in mind. Let me research, curate, write the script and come back to you within. And she was back within 1 or 2 days, if I remember rightly. So that's how Showstopperzz, spirit got built up, and we were, again, as I said, we were in the flow state of mind. And we shot in 1 day because the research, the homework was very meticulously done by Olokananda. She wrote the script. Main thing is connecting with all these people. A big, mammoth-like task. Getting them to come on the same day, again, is a problem. So getting them to come on the same day at the same location, because we didn't have a budget. So we, we centralized the entire shooting in this cafe. I wanted a cafe-like atmosphere where Olokananda will have a chat with the person, the showstopper, and we will learn and listen about his or her story. So that's how it was done. So let's not, waste more time about how it was made, because it will be launched on YouTube and on the virtual highway just after the Pujos. So we thought that we will have a formal launch here. We would request the Showstoppers to come. We would like to showcase them, and we would ask them to speak for a minute about their story to the audience. And we would like to do it ceremoniously. So this is the small ceremony which we have organized today. See, the cafe is a fantastic cafe. You can explore it. You can order your coffee, or there are a lot of menu card to ghudi diyo baba. So you can offer whatever you would like to have. The cafe needs to make business also, and they have been very, very patronizing as far as shooting, as well as, being in the cafe for such fantastic small get-togethers, intimate events as we call it. Okay, so this is the backbone, the background behind, how it all started. So I think we can start with with knowing the Showstoppers. Okay. We will start with someone who is, he's written very beautifully about himself. Little Sumit began questioning his reality. How beautifully you have written. Whenever I read these, I have tears in my eyes. He would often wonder why people avoided him and why he couldn't engage in sports such as basketball like others did. According to him, he lacked nothing and had all the skills to pursue his dreams. Born with cerebral palsy, our showstopper Sumit Agarwal underwent 4 surgeries, each more dangerous than the other. Just imagine, such a fighter. He does not consider his life story to be motivational, because along the way he realized that he was never broken down or needed fixing. Whatever his physical abilities were, but his mental abilities, mark my words, his mental abilities were always at par with his peers. Fantastic, fascinating spirit, to face it. 6 job interview rejections strengthened his determination to begin his own company. He became an entrepreneur. Shumit overcame cerebral palsy challenges to open up his own public relations firm, PR Signal. Through his company, Shumit is attempting to break stigmas around disability and promote inclusivity. From fighting to get an education to starting his own entrepreneurial journey, Ladies and gentlemen, get inspired by this showstopper, Sumit Agarwal. Can we hear it for him? Can we have music? Shumit, yeah, please. If you can go and get Shumit, Shumit, you have to come here. What a man. The spirit of never saying die. He was rejected, but he has his dreams intact. Sumit Agarwal, the man behind the public relations firm PR Signal, our showstopper for tonight. Thank you, Sumit. Sumit can sit here. Yeah. Friends, another round of applause for Sumit, please. His undefeated spirit, and we couldn't think of anyone else to be showstopper one. Yes. Yeah. Sumit.
I'll say the shairi. Okay. काम करो ऐसा कि एक पहचान बन जाए. काम करो ऐसा कि एक पहचान बन जाए. हर कदम ऐसा चलो कि निशान बन जाए. यहाँ जिंदगी तो हर कोई काट लेता है. यहाँ जिंदगी तो हर कोई काट लेता है. जिंदगी जियो इस कदर कि मिसाल बन जाए. Thank you so much for being a part of Showstopperzz, Sumit. Sumit, one of your article is titled, "My Vulnerability is My Power." How did you change your vulnerability into power?
Every time I attend shows like this, I still wonder if I have done anything in life or not, but I never wanted to be an entrepreneur minded. I consider myself to be a survivor. I became an entrepreneur because I was not given the choice of doing a job. And when you are backed against the wall without no choices, you have some superpower coming out of you, because then you become a survivor. You have to do things to survive. If I was given the choice to do a job that time, I probably would not have become an entrepreneur. Because becoming an entrepreneur with a disability is very challenging. It might sound very inspirational, it might sound very motivational. Most of the time, my body breaks down. Most of the time, I have severe pains all throughout my body. I don't want to work anymore. But, I became an entrepreneur. Now people look up to me and, there are mothers who reach out to me on LinkedIn that, Sumit, you represent that there is hope for our children. So, there are so many people looking up to me. I cannot let them down. That is number one. Number two is, when we talk about people with disabilities, we often forget that what the mothers and the parents of people with disabilities go through. It is not only the person with a disability who is suffering, but even the parents, My mother had to quit her career as a lawyer, and she was the one who went to 31 schools. She told that my son needs a normal education, please allow him. So if it wasn't for that persistence and grit of my mother, I wouldn't have the foundation that I have today to make my vulnerability as a strength.
Very good. Absolutely.
People keep saying that behind a strong man is a strong woman. No, that is a very wrong thing. In front of every successful person is a mother, strong mother, leading the way and paving the way for strong values and principles. I don't believe in disability, ladies and gentlemen. It is not disability. Everybody has their own abilities. We just need to get rid of our biases and see what abilities a person has so that we do not confirm anybody as a person with a disability. Everybody has some abilities which are waiting to be recognized. My story is not just my story. It is the story for hundreds of mothers, hundreds of fathers who are looking for their children with a disability to have a future. And I hope my story reaches them and teaches them that their children too have a future. Their children are not disabled, but their children have some abilities which are waiting to be recognized.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sumit. Thank you, Sumit. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so can we just, yeah.
ऊपर इस साइड है पुश जाओ इस साइड है पुश जाओ I'll put the chair there then you sit.
So friends, we heard what Sumit said. Apart from his story, his parents' story also need to be heard, because the caregivers who are fighting, like him or like everyone else suffering from some kind of disability, the caregivers, the parents also have a bigger battle in front of them, and they silently are always with them, giving them hope, courage, and making such successful entrepreneurs like Sumit, who is the entrepreneur, the brain, the mind, the energy, the force behind PR Signal. In fact, he rightly said, now many normal people are going to him for employment. And he was rejected in so many interviews. So he has really changed and, changed the story. Kahani mein twist, where now today Sumit is in focus, where people are going and asking for employment from him. Fantastic, Sumit. You've had a fascinating journey and you have inspired everyone in this room. I'm sure. Can we hear it for Sumit Agarwal, the man behind PR Signal? Fantastic. So we get on to the next showstopper. Again, a very intriguing and a very deep story. The challenges for our showstopper, Lubna Melzer, began since her birth. What she faced in the initial part of her life was the fact which a lot of other women in our country are still facing, and that is the thought of accepting a girl child in the family. To 75 years of independence we are celebrating. At the age of 3 years, when her parents sent her to her maternal grandmother to be raised in a peaceful environment and sent to a good school, she felt that the parents didn't love her and grew up hating herself. This was not the end. From discrimination to domestic violence, mark my words please, discrimination to domestic violence, Lubna went through an emotional roller coaster ride till she found her internal strength when she became a mother to a baby girl. She emerged as a strong young lady and realized that her existence was for a purpose to extend her helping hand to the underprivileged and those struggling with life challenges, to reach out to women and girls from all walks of life and empower them to make in these male-centric domains. Today, our showstopper Lubna is the founder of an organization called Girl Power Empowerment Foundation, a non-profit organization working towards uplifting the life of girls. Friends, we have Lubna here. Lubna. Thank you, Lubna, for being a part of our series. Yes, you have a shairi for her?
Yes.
I'm sure. Such a sweet looking, such a beautiful looking girl. And when she said she was rejected, I thought, why? So I asked my photographer to take all her angles and believe it, got the highest likes on Facebook. All her photographs. Fantastic, yes, the shairi.
तू रख हौसला वो मंजर भी आएगा तू रख हौसला वो मंजर भी आएगा प्यासे के पास चलकर समंदर भी आएगा थक हार के ना रुकना ए मंजिल के मुसाफिर थक हार के ना रुकना ए मंजिल के मुसाफिर मंजिल भी मिलेगी मिलने का मजा भी आएगा.
Beautiful, beautiful, fantastic. So I'm sure Lubna has reached that manzil. So now we have to hear from her. Lubna.
Lubna, what made you start Girl Power Empowerment and what is it all about?
First and foremost, I'd really like to thank both of you for giving me this opportunity. I don't know whether I deserve it or not. You know, there is such inspiring and such noble souls out here today. It itself is an honor for me, you know, to be a part, you know, of this entire journey and this part of the series. Thank you to both of you for at least considering me. I don't know, you know, if I deserve this, as I said. So my journey to start GPE was completely linked to my personal life so far. I've been through, as the just read out, you know, that my life has not been, you know, as easy as it looks. You know, I've been through my challenges. It's been a roller coaster all this while. And it was through my own experiences I realized that everything that I was going through in my life was probably to teach me or show me a direction. And that direction was something telling me that everything that I went through in my life was somewhere related to the fact that I was born as a girl or a woman. And had I not been that, my challenges would probably be different. And that led me to realize that I wanted to do something to help other girls and other women. You know, the idea behind Girl Power Empowerment Foundation was if I could help one more girl from not going through what I went through, I'd be happy. So it was a personal journey. I didn't have any idea that one day I'd have a non-profit organization. It was just one step at a time, and it's been 5.5 years now.
Lovely. Thank you for being a part of Showstopper,
Thanks a lot.
Lubna, and I'm sure your story is going to inspire so many people.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lubna, and all the best to Girl Power Empowerment Foundation. Thank you for being a part of Showstoppers Season 1. The next person, ladies and gentlemen, the next showstopper is someone I have worked with for many, many years. I have known him. I have been amazed by the qualities which he has, the innocence. But simply he tries to do the best in whatever he is involved in. Showstopper Indranil Sengupta is gifted with the power of memory and a passion for reciting poems flawlessly since childhood. It's not only just about his recitation skills, but Indranil has also mastered the art of fabric painting. Indranil had to withstand extreme trials and tribulations in the hands of his teachers and mentors since his childhood due to slow writing speed. His teachers failed to uncover his hidden capabilities and talents he possessed until he stepped into the warm and loving care of Turning Point Mental Rehabilitation Center in Kolkata, run by eminent psychologist Ishita Shannal. Since then, Indranil's life totally changed. He has constantly been winning the first prize for his flawless recitation of lengthy poems at the talent hunt event organized by Turning Point every year. Showstopper Indranil Sengupta has shown tremendous resilience in the face of adversities. Ladies and gentlemen, Indranil Sengupta, put your hands together, please. Indranil Sengupta. Indranil. তুমি কবিতা বলো, তোমার জন্য ম্যাম একটা হিন্দি শায়রি লিখেছে, শোনো এবার।
हिम्मत मत खोना, बहुत आगे जाना है। हिम्मत मत खोना, बहुत आगे जाना है। जिसने कहा था तेरा बस का नहीं, उन्हें करके दिखाना है। रफ्तार थोड़ी धीमी ही सही, मगर तेरी उड़ान बड़ी लंबी होगी। अगर ख्वाहिश कुछ अलग करने की है तो दिल और दिमाग के बीच बगावत लाजमी है।
Beautiful, fantastic. That's Indranil's story. Showstopper. Indranil, মাইকটা নাও, ম্যাম কি জিজ্ঞেস করছেন?
ইন্দ্রনীল, তোমার কবিতার রেসিটেশনের গল্প অনেক শুনলাম অ্যান্ড কংগ্রাচুলেশনস। তুমি যে ফার্স্ট প্রাইজ পেয়ে যাচ্ছ প্রতি বছর, তাহলে একটি কবিতা যদি শোনাও আমাদের খুব ভালো লাগবে।
আমি একটি কবিতা আবৃত্তি করে শোনাবো, তার আগে আমার নিজের কথা একটু কিছু বলে নিচ্ছি। স্কুল ছেড়ে দেবার পর আমি বাড়িতে একা একা বসে থাকতাম, কোনো কাজ বা কিছুই করতে ইচ্ছে করতো না। নানা রকম আজে বাজে বিক্ষিপ্ত চিন্তায় আমার আমার মন বিক্ষিপ্ত হয়ে উঠতো। আজে বাজে চিন্তায় মনে একটা অবসেশনও তৈরি হতো। একদিন এক সময় টার্নিং পয়েন্টে আসার পর এখানকার ঈশিতাদি, জয়াদি এবং অন্যান্য সকল টিচারদের সহায়তায় আমি এখানে ফেব্রিকের কাজ, বিটসের কাজ, কম্পিউটার, লেখার কাজ, রেসিটেশন, নিউজ প্রভৃতি অনেক কিছু শিখে জীবনের আলোর দিশা খুঁজে পেয়েছি। এখানকার এই টার্নিং পয়েন্টের কালচারাল প্রোগ্রামে আবৃত্তি করে আমি প্রতি বছর অনেক প্রাইজ অর্জন করেছি। এর জন্য আমি টার্নিং পয়েন্টের ঈশিতাদি, জয়াদি এবং অন্যান্য সকল টিচারদের কাছে চিরকৃতজ্ঞ থাকব। এখানে এসে আমি আমার জীবনের ভবিষ্যতের আলোর দিশা খুঁজে পেয়েছি এবং আজকে এই শোস্টপার্সে এসে প্রোগ্রাম করার জন্য আমি ঈশিতাদি করতে পারার জন্য আমি ঈশিতাদি, অলোকানন্দাদি, অভিষেকদা এবং এ ব্যাপারে আরও যারা যুক্ত আছেন তাদের সকলের কাছে চিরকৃতজ্ঞ থাকব। আমি এখন একটি কবিতা আবৃত্তি করে শোনাচ্ছি। নমস্কার। কবি নীরেন্দ্রনাথ চক্রবর্তীর উলঙ্গ রাজা। সবাই দেখছে যে রাজা উলঙ্গ, তবুও সবাই হাততালি দিচ্ছে। সবাই চেঁচিয়ে বলছে সাবাস সাবাস। কারো মনে সংস্কার, কারো ভয়। কেউ বা নিজের বুদ্ধি অন্য মানুষের কাছে বন্ধক দিয়েছে, কেউ বা পরান্নভোজী, কেউ কৃপা প্রার্থী, উমেদার প্রবঞ্চক। কেউ ভাবছে রাজবস্ত্র সত্যি অতীব সূক্ষ্ম, চোখে পড়ছে না যদিও তবু আছে, অন্তত থাকাটা কিছু অসম্ভব নয়। গল্পটা সবাই জানে, কিন্তু সেই গল্পের ভিতরে শুধুই প্রশস্তি বাক্য উচ্চারক, কিছু আপাদমস্তক ভীতু, ফন্দিবাজ অথবা নির্বোধ স্তাবক ছিল না। একটি শিশুও ছিল, সত্যবাদী, সরল, সাহসী একটি শিশু। নেমেছে গল্পের রাজা বাস্তবের প্রকাশ্য রাস্তায়, আবার হাততালি উঠছে মুহুর্মুহু, জমে উঠেছে স্তাবক বৃন্দের ভিড়। কিন্তু সেই শিশুটিকে ভিড়ের ভিতরে আমি আজ কোথাও দেখছি না। শিশুটি কোথায় গেল? কেউ কি কোথাও তাকে কোনো পাহাড়ের গোপন গুহায় লুকিয়ে রেখেছে, নাকি সে পাথর, ঘাস, মাটি নিয়ে খেলতে খেলতে ঘুমিয়ে পড়েছে কোনো দূর নির্জন নদীর ধারে কিংবা কোনো প্রান্তরের গাছের ছায়ায়? যাও, তাকে যেমন করেই হোক খুঁজে আনো। সে এসে একবার এই উলঙ্গ রাজার সামনে নির্ভয়ে দাঁড়াক। সে এসে একবার এই হাততালির ঊর্ধ্বে গলা তুলে জিজ্ঞাসা করুক, রাজা, তোর কাপড় কোথায়?
ভেরি নাইস, খুব ভালো বলেছো।
নমস্কার।
দারুণ দারুণ, খুব ভালো বলেছো।
দুর্দান্ত ইন্দ্রনীল। ইন্দ্রনীল, হ্যাঁ, ইন্দ্রনীলের এই কনফিডেন্স, এই দৃঢ়তা, এই স্পষ্ট উচ্চারণ, এই সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হচ্ছে ইন্টারেস্ট ইন ডুইং সাচ থিংস। এটা যেটা ইন্দ্রনীল বললো জীবনের কাহিনীতে, টার্নিং পয়েন্ট সত্যিও জীবনে একটা টার্নিং পয়েন্ট হয়ে দাঁড়ায়। মানে ইট ওয়াজ আ টার্নিং পয়েন্ট ফর Indranil in his life, ladies and gentlemen, in the journey of life. So we have the lady, a few team members of Turning Point here, led by Kolkata's very, very eminent psychologist, someone who has been working on the realm of mental health for many years. And not only in India, she has now collaborations all over the world. Can we invite Ishita Shannal, psychologist, just to tell us maybe some formulas how to bounce back. Everyone has their lows in life, and especially after the pandemic, you know, things are low for everyone. So what do we need to do? How do we charge ourselves? How do we fight it back? And ইন্দ্রনীলের কথায় সেই আলোর দিশা আমরা কি করে আমাদের জীবনে খুঁজে পাবো? Friends, Ishita Shannal. Ishita di, please.
Thank you, Abhishek. But I think today, actually, I hardly have the scope to just sit down and listen. So, Shumit, do you recognize me? Yes. He came once to our program at BITM. And I still remember your inspiring story. I think I would also speak in Bengali so that Indranil and everyone can understand. If we talk about bouncing back, I think, Shumit, you gave a wonderful experience. You have a wonderful experience and you shared it with us. And I think that is really, really inspiring for everyone. And as you say, I also don't believe in disability. Either all of us are disabled or none of us are disabled.
See, I think bouncing back is a very outdated concept. It should be bounce forward. Because you know, you move forward. Absolutely. You bounce.
So don't go back.
So, again, even then, if we have to talk about bouncing back, because, হ্যাঁ বাংলায় বলি কারণ ইন্দ্রনীলও রয়েছে সামনে, সুমি তো বললো একটা জিনিস, সেটা আমি রিপিট করতে চাই। ফার্স্ট অফ অল আমার মনে হয় একটা জিনিস, আমাদের প্রত্যেকের লাইফেই কিছু না কিছু চ্যালেঞ্জ আসে কোনো না কোনো সময়। অভিষেক বলবার পর আমি মনে মনে ভাবছিলাম যে চ্যালেঞ্জটা যে সুমিতের মতন হবে তার কোনো মানে নেই, ওর মতনও হতে পারে, ইন্দ্রনীলের মতন হতে পারে, আরও নানান রকম চ্যালেঞ্জ আসে। তো একটা জিনিস আমার মনে হয় সবচেয়ে ইম্পর্ট্যান্ট হলো হ্যাভিং ট্রাস্ট, যে না আবার আমাকে যেভাবেই হোক কিন্তু হতে হবে, একটা কোথাও একটা ভরসা রাখা নিজের উপর। হ্যাঁ, দ্যাট ইজ আই থিঙ্ক ভেরি ইম্পর্ট্যান্ট। শুধু নিজের উপর না, যারা হয়তো কোথাও যাচ্ছেন, হয়তো প্রফেশনাল হেল্প নিচ্ছেন, সেটা যার কাছেই হন না কেন, তাদের উপরও ভরসা, সেই ভরসা রাখাটা আমার মনে হয় ভীষণ দরকার। আজকে যেহেতু ইন্দ্রনীলের মা আছেন, ইন্দ্রনীলের মা আর বাবা যারা অনেক দিনের পুরনো আমাদের টার্নিং পয়েন্টের সাথে অ্যাটাচড, সেখানে আমি বলবো এই বাবা মাদের ভরসা রাখাটা কিন্তু দুটো দিকে হেল্প করে। একটা হলো ছেলে মেয়েকেও ভরসা যোগায়, অ্যাজ ইউ ওয়্যার সেইং, রাইটলি সেইং, যে হ্যাঁ ভরসা আমাকে করলে আমি এগিয়ে যেতে পারবো, সেটা ডাক্তারের উপরেই হোক, বাবা মার উপরেই হোক, যার উপরেই হোক, দ্যাট ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্ট্যান্ট। অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক যে কোনো চ্যালেঞ্জে দ্য রোল প্লেড বাই মাদার, তাই না ইন্দ্রনীল? মায়ের যে ভূমিকা, ও যখন বলছিল আমি ওনার দিকে তাকিয়ে তাকিয়ে দেখছিলাম, কারণ আমার চোখে জল আসছিল যে এত মাদের প্রতিদিনের স্ট্রাগল আমরা দেখি, প্রত্যেকটা মায়ের প্রতিদিনের স্ট্রাগল, এবং প্রতিদিন আমাদের কাছে যারা আসে ওই যেরকম ওর আনন্দ হচ্ছে বলে লাফাচ্ছে, আপনি বিব্রত হচ্ছেন কিন্তু ওর আনন্দ হচ্ছে, ও এতটা অ্যাটেনশন কখনো পায়নি। তো এই যে মাদের একটা ভীষণ রকম ফিলিং অফ হিউমিলিয়েশন, একটা নিজেকে সেক্লুড করে রাখা, এবং হয়তো অনেক সময় ভীষণ রাগ বা যার যা চ্যালেঞ্জ সেগুলোর সামনাসামনি ফেস করা, অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ইজ রিয়েলি ডিফিকাল্ট বিকজ ওয়েন অ্যাজ প্রফেশনাল উই আর ফেসিং ইট ফর ফিউ আওয়ার্স। একজন ডাক্তার যখন ফেস করছে কয়েক ঘন্টার জন্য, বাট পেরেন্টস আর ফেসিং ইট 24/7, অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক দে অলসো নিড এ বিগ হ্যান্ড, আমার মনে হয় হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ after the end of the program you should call all the parents. And bouncing back, if we say সেটা সত্যি সত্যি আবার বলছি যে I don't know whether it is bouncing back or it is moving forward, because everyone will face some or other challenges in life. তো সেইখানটায় আমার মনে হয় কি আমাদের we need to explore. আমাদের প্রত্যেকের সামনেই কিছু না কিছু বাধা আসে, কিন্তু আমরা যদি কোনো একটা ফিক্সড কিছু রেখে দিই মনের মধ্যে, দ্যাট আমি ওখানটাতেই যাব, আমি ওটাই করব, ওটা ছাড়া হবে না, if we are very rigid then it is difficult. But if we can explore, because life is a journey and life takes you to different I would say different areas, different challenges. So if you experience all the things and if you can explore what you can do, I think you can discover yourself also, because it is a self-discovery where you can learn that what you can do, which maybe without those challenges you would never have been able to discover. So I think together we can bounce together.
Thank you so much, Ishita Di.
Absolutely. Just to, go flashback onto, we do, like every year, Open the Door is an event which Ishita Di's Turning Point presents, and now it has grown international. And we from Cinema for a Cause, we are also creative collaborators to that. So in Open the Doors, in one of the years, just what Shumit Roy said, like after the presentations were happening, one after the other on stage, I thought that we must do a series on the super mums, very much like Olokananda herself is. The mothers' sacrifices, the mothers' fights. And I wanted to maybe interview such mothers, maybe again a super 10, and get to know their stories, how they have faced the ordeal, and I'll not say bounce back, but they have moved forward, taking that. Okay. Lovely. So already Turning Point is working on a book, mother stories on how to manage, how to fight back, how to smile, also facing such challenges, challenging situations. So fantastic. That will be really a very, very commendable work. We move forward, each of these, as Shumit Roy was telling us, each of these showstopper stories are all very unique. And every story is really awe-inspiring. Showstopper Upalponna De grew up with the honest principles instilled in her by two amazing human beings, her parents, who never made her feel that there is any difference between a girl and a boy. As a victim of child molestation from the age of 6 to 9 years, Upalponna went through tremendous internal trauma. She had spoken about her abuse many times, but she could not ever let go of those moments that caused so much agony and damage to her, physically and mentally. With time, she gradually taught herself to accept, love her own body and believe in herself, learning to trust the fact that she was rising above the challenge and looking the challenge into the eye. Over time, she gathered courage and took charge of ensuring that women, including herself, can rise beyond the shame and look past the negativity we all go through at some point of our lives. She started sharing her experiences either through writing or public speaking and counseling many other women like her who have faced deeper hardships in life. Ladies and gentlemen, today Showstopper Upal Ponna is an author, a poet, and a very, very successful working professional at Kolkata's very premier business college. Can we have Upal Ponna Dey here, please? Upal Ponna. Upal Ponna, winner, a showstopper, a fighter, fantastic Upal Ponna. Let's hear it from her. And one shairi I'm sure there is.
जिंदगी खेलती भी उसी के साथ है जो खिलाड़ी बेहतरीन होता है. जिंदगी खेलती भी उसी के साथ ही जो खिलाड़ी बेहतरीन होता है. दर्द सबके एक से है मगर हौसले सबके अलग अलग है. कोई हताश होके बिखर जाता है, कोई हताश होके बिखर जाता है, तो कोई संघर्ष करके निखर जाता है. Opal, thank you so much for being a part of Showstopper. And you know, today you are a successful working professional in a business school. You are an author, you are a poet, you're a public speaker. You are inspiring so many women. I mean, how do you do it? And what triggers you to write such beautiful, heart-touching articles and poems? What's the story behind that?
Okay. Can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. And I must thank Abhishek Da and Alokananda. Alokananda is mom to me. So thanks is a small word for her. And one small example I will give you that we were just discussing before this, we started this, that we meet people and for a reason, whether it's a good person, whether the person is harmful. I met Alakananda and I worked with her for the shortest span in my career life. It was just 1.5 months. I was unable to continue working there because I was going through a lot of mental health issues that point of time. And after that, when I left that organization and kept in touch with her, and I realize this every moment when I see her around, whether it's her or somebody else, we definitely meet people for a reason. So people might come and teach us, give us bad lessons in life, like Abhishek Da has shared. I had a very traumatic childhood. I grew with that. But I somehow felt that something is missing. And I always kept on feeling. And today I feel the same, that I still have lots more to do. And after hearing people like Sumit and Indranil, and the kind of fight that they are doing on a daily basis, I'm nobody in front of them. I just don't know what to say. And again, I would like to say that whenever I write, at times it's out of anger. I write even when I'm angry. I write even when I'm depressed, of course. I write when I'm happy. And I would like to say that I write because I want not people to appreciate what I'm writing. I want people to feel that we all have something going on in our life every day. And I think it's very common in most of my writings that I write that rise, it's like a phoenix story. So you rise from your ashes. And Sumit, Indranil are standing ovations I think they deserve, because they have proved that yes, you can rise from your ashes. And I would again thanks to everybody. Thank you, Saurav. He's my husband who has come here. And yes, we've gone through tough times. And Saurav, could you please?
Can you wave, Saurav, wherever you are?
There he is.
Or take your cap out here. Oh, you're
So we have gone through tough times. Again, I have written about my personal journey with him, whatever tough times we've crossed. I think my stories are out. And when people ask me that, don't you think, Upal, you're being too vulnerable and you're sharing everything about your life with everybody? So then I feel that, what is there to hide? If I keep hiding, I will not encourage somebody else to come out and speak. So again,
That's it. That's the message.
so we all need a place to speak, whether we are inspiring someone or not, that's not important. I think that's not important. Just need to share your feelings, because now the world has become smaller. We don't meet friends on a regular basis. We don't get to see family on a regular basis. So we need to speak out. We need to vent it out somewhere. Otherwise, we will just, means this life will just go on without a soul and anything, something like that. And thanks to everybody who made it today. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Upal.
Lovely, Upal. What Upal Ponna just said, in fact, I'm sure Ishitadi is remembering again an Open the Door session where we had a session called Let's Talk About It, if you remember. You have to talk about it. Nije gumre gumre more kintu kede labh nahi. If you talk, you inspire other people also to talk. So that's the message. You know what Upal Ponna is doing? She's writing, she is voicing out her stories. She's talking about her child molestation days, which obviously will restrict other maybe children getting molested. 6 bochore it happened, just imagine. So such stories need to be heard, such stories need to be filmed, such stories need to be, I have music directors here, গান বাঁধতে হবে এইসব story নিয়ে. It has to reach out. জীবনকে স্পর্শ করতে গেলে এইসব story বলা দরকার. সুমিত রায়, for your years. So we have another showstopper who's absent today, but I'm sure that you have something about him.
Yes.
Shahib.
Shahib Sharma. Shahib Sharma was supposed to be here today, but he just got caught up somewhere and he couldn't be here. He is an incredible inspiration. I don't know where to start. Shahib was born with visual impairment. And he had to go, he wasted a lot of his initial years, schooling years, because his parents didn't know where to go, what to do. That happens with all parents, running to the doctors, Hakim, temple, whatever they could do, only because they wanted their child to see. But ultimately he studied, he did mass communication. When he wanted to work, when he went for job, he was not getting job, not because of any stigma, because the companies were not confident whether he will be able to work or no. Since childhood, because he couldn't see, he was more close to listening to radios, communication. And whatever he had to be with radio. He started Kolkata's first internet radio station, Radio Bongonet. Today, Radio Bongonet has listeners, around 7 million listeners across the globe. It's just not land, but in air too, in flight. You can tune in to Radio Bongonet in Qatar Airways, in Emirates. Apart from that, he has started his own e-commerce business, picking up Indian products and selling it in foreign countries. And because he sees that people who are visually able are running around for job, he says that why are they running around for job? If they look around, there are Indian products which they can sell online. And for that, your investment is zero. And he said because people have to have a good technical knowledge, he has started his own workshop and training courses to help people. So this is Shahib. He's very inspiring. He's unstoppable. I have one shairi for him. नजर को बदलो तो नज़ारे बदल जाते हैं. नजर को बदलो तो नज़ारे बदल जाते हैं. सोच को बदलो तो सितारे बदल जाते हैं. कश्तियाँ बदलने की ज़रूरत नहीं, दिशा को बदलो. कश्तियाँ बदलने की ज़रूरत नहीं, दिशा को बदलो, किनारे खुद ब खुद बदल जाते हैं.
Beautiful, beautiful. This should reach out to Sahib. I'm sure the video recording we'll be sending. Sahib could not be here. I think he's busy or he's not too well also.
Was not too well as well.
So we salute Sahib, who's also one of the showstoppers. He's there. He's featured in one of our episodes. We go on to the next showstopper, whom you are seeing, everyone is seeing, because she's the only one standing here. Sucharita. She's doing her mother's job. Born in a loving and caring family, our showstopper Sucharita Chakraborty expected the same from her married life, little realizing the struggle that lay ahead. Like any other bride, Sucharita too had dreams of building a beautiful home, a loving and happy life with her husband. But it turned out to be otherwise. Being a victim of brutal physical, mental and emotional abuse, Sucharita went through extreme torture in the hands of an alcoholic and abusive husband for 17 years in the hope that one day will change, when life will change too, and they will lead a happy life. She finally gathered courage to break the shackles of a horrifying marital life and stepped out to create a healthy world for her son, who was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Today, showstopper Sucharita is a music teacher and dedicates her life for children with special needs who love her selflessly. She's a super mom, no doubt. Music therapy has done wonders for not these children, but also for senior citizens with whom she works. She is also the proud owner of a music institute, Shure Dharai Nitto Tritho. Ladies and gentlemen, Sucharita, our showstopper. Sucharita. Always smiling, always facing whatever comes her way. Sucharita. A shairi for Sucharita.
जो मुस्कुरा रही है उसे दर्द ने पाला होगा. जो मुस्कुरा रही है उसे दर्द ने पाला होगा. जो चल रही है उसके पाँव में छाला होगा. बिना संघर्ष के इंसान चमक नहीं सकता. बिना संघर्ष के इंसान चमक नहीं सकता. जो जलेगा उसे दिए में तो उजाला होगा.
Beautiful, beautiful. When we were, I'll just share a secret of, making this happen. When we were planning with Olokananda, we were planning to do the script. I said we have to keep some Hindi touch because many of our showstoppers are Hindi speaking and some of our audience, the guests also are Hindi speaking. So I said, why not shairis? But I said, main shayad to nahi. So, you will have to take on the shairi part, and she's done it so wonderfully. Can we hear it for Olokananda, please? Wonderful shairis and so wonderfully rendered. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So first of all, thank you so much, Sucharita, for being a part of Showstopper. What are your thoughts of Showstopper? তুমি যে এই মিউজিক ইনস্টিটিউট স্টার্ট করেছো সুরে ধারায় নিত্য তীর্থ, what went behind it?
আচ্ছা, প্রথমেই আমি যেটা বলবো, থ্যাঙ্কস টু শোস্টপার্স এন্টার টিম। কেন আমি ছাড়াও আরও 9 জনের ইন্সপায়ারিং স্টোরি, সবার কাছে একটা ঘুরে দাঁড়াবার মেন্টাল স্ট্রেংথ পাবে সবাই, এবং থট প্রসেসের মধ্যে অনেকেরই একটা পজিটিভ এফেক্ট আসবে। এবং আমি ছাড়াও আরও 9 জনের যে ইন্সপায়ারিং স্টোরি, সেটা থেকে অনেকের মতোই আমিও অনেক কিছু শিখব, অনেক কিছু জানব, এবং আমার রাস্তাটাতেও আমার চলার রাস্তাটাতে এটা আমাকে অনেক হেল্প করবে। আর যেটা আমি আমার লম্বা লড়াইতে অনেকটা স্ট্রাগল আছে, নেগেটিভ সিচুয়েশন ফেস করেছি, এবং সেই সিচুয়েশন ফেস করতে করতে এমন একটা টাইম আসে যখন আকাশ আমার সন্তান আমার কাছে আসে, এবং তার জন্মের আফটার 2 ইয়ার্স আমি তার বিহেভিয়ারে কিছু চেঞ্জেস দেখতে পাই এবং বুঝতে পারি আমার সন্তান আর 5টা বাচ্চার মতো নয়, এবং ডায়াগনোসিস হয় এবং ধরা পড়ে তার অটিজম আছে, এবং সেই সময় আমার লড়াইটা আর একটু টাফ হয়, অনেকটা বেশি টাফ হয়। এই সময় আমাকে আমার এই পথ চলাতে যেটা আমাকে হেল্প করেছিল আমার ছোটোবেলাকার মিউজিক শিক্ষা, সঙ্গীতের চর্চা, এবং তখন আমি একটা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্কুলে মিউজিক ডিপার্টমেন্টে জয়েন করি, এবং পাশাপাশি আমি পার্সোনালি অনেক বাচ্চা এবং বিভিন্ন বয়সের মানুষদের একসাথে নিয়ে সঙ্গীতের চর্চা করি, এবং 2018-এ আমি সিরিয়াসলি সুরের ধারায় নিত্যতীর্থ পরিবারকে নিয়ে ভাবনা চিন্তা শুরু করি এবং আমার ইনস্টিটিউটের নাম দিই সুরের ধারায় নিত্যতীর্থ পরিবার, এবং এই পরিবারে বিভিন্ন বয়সের মানুষজনের সাথে বিশেষভাবে চাহিদা সম্পন্ন বাচ্চারাও মিলেমিশে যায়। এবং যেটা আরও বলার, আমার এই ইনস্টিটিউশনে অনেক সিনিয়র সিটিজেনরাও আসেন, নবীনতম থেকে প্রবীণতম মানুষজন আমরা একসাথে বসে সঙ্গীতের চর্চা করি, এবং সুরের ধারায় নিত্যতীর্থ পরিবার শুধু কলকাতার বাইরে নয়, ভারতবর্ষের বাইরেও পা রেখেছে অনলাইনের মাধ্যমে। তো এটাই হচ্ছে আমার সুরের ধারায় নিত্যতীর্থ পরিবার, যে পরিবারকে এখন আমি মানে জড়িয়ে ধরে হাসি মুখে বাঁচি, আমার সন্তান বাঁচে, আমি বাঁচি। এটাই হচ্ছে সুরের ধারায় নিত্যতীর্থ পরিবার, এবং এই পরিবারকে নিয়েই আমি বেঁচে থাকার কথা, বেঁচে থাকার স্বপ্ন দেখি এবং হাসি মুখে দেখি, এবং এখন আমরা হাসি, আমি এবং আমার সন্তান হাসতে পারি এই পরিবারকে নিয়ে। ঠিক আছে, এবং যেতে যেতে আমি যেটা আরেকজনকেও আমি থ্যাঙ্কস দেব, যার জন্য আমার এখানে আসা, ডক্টর অদিতি বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়, যার ইচ্ছায় আমি এখানে এসেছি, এবং অনেক ধন্যবাদ ডক্টর অদিতি বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়কে, আজকে অনেক কাজের মাঝে উনি আসতে পারেননি, উনি বিজি আছেন। তো আরেকটু যেটা, সেটা হচ্ছে আমার পথ চলার সঙ্গী হচ্ছে রবীন্দ্রনাথ, তো তারই দুটো লাইন দিয়ে আমি আমার সব কিছু শেষ করি। এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি, আলোয় আলোয় এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি, আলোয় আলোয় আমার মুক্তি, ধুলায় ধুলায় ঘাসে ঘাসে এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি, আলোয় আলোয়।
So beautiful, খুব সুন্দর, ভীষণ সুন্দর গেছে, your beautiful voice.
সুচরিতা যেটা বললো যে আজকে আমি হাসি, আমার সন্তান হাসে, তো সত্যি এই হাসি আমাদের চারদিকে ছড়িয়ে দেওয়া উচিত। মানে these smiles should be seen, should be visible in every family. Whatever happens to the family, whatever ordeals they face, whatever challenges they have to fight, but ultimately the winning smile needs to be there. And life has to be explored, as Ishita Shannal said. Life is so adventurous, life is full of excitement, life is full of different energies. Why shouldn't we explore it? So there was a song which was written on, this is the anti-suicidal month, isn't it? Yeah.
This is the anti-suicide.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have Kolkata's very iconic singer here, Shumit Roy. Shumita has been participating in the discussion also. So very recently in Press Club, they had a special session on prevention of suicides, and Shumita was the guest of honor there, and he had specially sung a song which says, explore life, obviously never get into anything suicidal. So we will just invite Shumita to just come and maybe, again something which is not in the script, but if, just, this is a special request. Shumita has always been our beacon of hope. He has always showed us the path of light. An international performer, he's just come back from USA and UK, making India proud with songs of love, songs about life, songs about fighting back, songs about living life to the fullest. Shumit Roy.
Sanitizer spray.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So Shumit Roy would be just. Shumit Roy, ladies and gentlemen.
দেখতে পাবো তো দেখি লাইট বাড়াবো সিলে সি এখানে আলো আছে আলো বাড়াবো একটু বাড়িয়ে দেবো
বাপি একটু আলোটার একটু বাড়াতে
একটু বাড়াতে পারবি
বা এদিকে দিয়ে দে একটু এদিকে করতে পারবি
ভুলে গেছি চশমা নাতে যাও আর লাভলি
মানে whenever there's darkness there's some light.
da 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 da. There's always hope, always love, always a reason to live. There's always love, always hope, always a reason to live. Through ups and downs, smiles and frowns, there's so much to receive and give. So don't give up, just don't quit. Don't give up, just don't quit. Life is worth the living. Make something of it. The colors of joy are God's gift to you. Each day is each day is precious, of something new. So don't give up, just don't quit. Life is worth the living. Make something of it. Your life is precious, and so are you. You'll see happiness all around you. So don't give up, just don't quit. Life is worth the living. Make something of it. ছেড়ো না কোহাল, ধর শক্ত করে এ জীবন পথ চলতে। জোয়ার ভাটা তো আছে, ছেড়ো না কোহাল, ধর শক্ত করে এ জীবন পথ চলতে। জোয়ার ভাটা আছে। So don't give up,
Don't give up,
just don't quit.
just don't quit.
Life is worth the living.
Life is what it is.
Make something of it.
Make something of it. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, don't give up. Make the best of lives. Fantastic. Thank you, Shumita. That was really wonderful.
Thank you so much, Shumita. That was so good.
This was not in the script. I had told Shumita je tomake to ekbar astei hobe. So I thought this would be very, very appropriate when we are talking about life, when we are talking about bouncing forward, as Sumit has said, moving forward in life. This song really gives you so much hosla I think
Absolutely.
क्या ठीक
Oh
हिंदी
God.
ठीक था?
Music is therapy. It's a
Music
brilliant
is therapy, absolutely. So, musically, let's think about life, think about the notes, think about Sargam, get charged and move forward. That's it. Can we go on to the next?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a very, very smart and a suave man. Hatke, very hatke. Showstopper Abhinav Bajpayee became, already the fans of Abhinav are there. Showstopper Abhinav Bajpayee became a software engineer under family pressure. But while working at an IT firm, he realized that this was not the way life he wanted to live. Abhinav did a self-analysis and found that he had several lifestyle crises which was not eco-friendly. Mind my words, eco-friendly. The biggest impact was when he found out that his food choices were the major part of his carbon footprint, water footprint, and land footprint. The fact that our food choices, climate change, and global warming are connected was a very new and scary information to him. Eventually, he found the focus of his life dedicating to work towards a vegan lifestyle and started Kolkata's first vegan and eco-friendly cafe, Ubuntu Eats Cafe, in 2019. It's a landmark of Kolkata, Ubuntu Eats Cafe. It was not an easy journey to start this business, which was so new in its concept in a city where almost everyone is fond of eating non-veg. The risk was immense and they faced several challenges. But Abhinav was a man who doesn't get অত সহজে চ্যালেঞ্জ থেকে হারে না. Abhinav feels that no revolution has come without taking any risk in life. So it was inevitable to take a risk. The concept of Ubuntu, which is the name of the cafe, is I am because you are. Again, once more, I repeat this. The concept of Ubuntu, which is the name of the cafe, is I am because you are. Just imagine the realization of the philosophy behind this line. The whole concept is very inclusive, where they have gone beyond humans and also included animals as a part of their tribe. Ubuntu is not a business, but a revolution, a purpose to give back to the society. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the Ubuntu man who believed I am because you are, Abhinav Bajpayee. Fantastic, and a shairi for Abhinav.
शायरी
भौरों ने दौड़ लगाई है, मैंने पूछ लिया क्या ढूंढने निकले हो. वह फूल जो इंसानों ने नहीं तोड़ी है, पंछियों ने उड़ान भरी है, मैंने पूछ लिया क्या ढूंढने निकले हो. वह पेड़ जो इंसानों ने नहीं काटी है, झरनों ने बहना शुरू कर दिया, मैंने पूछ लिया क्या ढूंढने निकले हो. वह नदियाँ जो इंसानों की गंदगी से बची है, पृथ्वी, प्रकृति ने भागना शुरू कर दिया, मैंने पूछ लिया क्या ढूंढने निकले हो. वह दुनिया जहाँ इंसान नहीं बसते हैं.
Oh.
Abhinav.
My work is done. I don't have to say anything. आपने इतना अच्छे से already बोल दिया है.
अभिनव, बहुत बहुत थैंक यू कि आप शो स्टॉपर्स में हो. प्लीज कुछ बताइए हम लोगों को.
He's the head of Abhinav movement. Yeah, so Abhinav.
Tell us about your movement and what is the story behind your Ubuntu Cafe.
Thank you. So, ma'am. So hi everyone. First of all, as everybody has been saying ki I don't know I deserve or I don't deserve. I also feel that I don't know if I deserve standing here, but I feel this is an opportunity for me to tell my story. So thank you so much, Showstopperzz, Abhishek, Alaknanda, and the whole team, especially people are behind the camera who are recording the story so that more people can see it. Who are recording the story so that more people can see it. Thank you, sir, for correcting me. Now, there is a quote which I think I found very important in my life. And the quote is, there are two important days in your life. The first one when you are born, and the second one when you know why you are born. Most of the people do not find answer for the second question. I was lucky to find the answer for the second question. But it was not easy. My family, society, everybody tried that I should not find the answer of second question. And that is the sad time which we are living in. That people want you to not find the answer why you are born, because they have already set answers for you why you are born. For me, it was a software engineer. And I was in a tribe where everybody was talking over their coffee and tea that I don't like this job. But then nobody is leaving. Everybody was still, after coffee, is continuing the same job. I thought I will leave. But what I will do? What is the why for me? And for me, the why became this planet Earth. See, people have created boundaries, people have created countries, people have created states. The borders are created by humans. But like the poem, rivers, birds, animals, air do not know there are borders. Only humans have created borders for their own ego, I would say. I live in a world where there are no borders. When somebody asks me, where do you belong to? People say, I'm from Kolkata, I'm from Kanpur, I'm from Mumbai. I say, I'm from planet Earth. That is the place I belong to. And because I belong to planet Earth, my family includes everyone living on this planet Earth. You know, when we say siblings, they are our brother, sister in our family. I believe I have earthlings. Everyone living on the earth. Every bird, every fish, every butterfly, every animal. People sitting here, they are all very compassionate. The reason why we are here, because we are thinking something beyond what society has asked to think. So that is why you are here. So maybe through this opportunity, I'm leaving you with this thought. The thought is that when we talk about a mother, are we talking about only a human mother? Do animals have the same feeling when they become mother or not? Especially those animals who are not considered as animals only. If you Google animal lover, do you know what you will find images of? People who love dogs. Dogs are not the only animals, right? So I work for 5 animals. Hen, whom we call chicken. Cow, who we think is a source of our milk. Fish, who we think we can hunt and eat. Goat, who we think every Sunday and morning we can enjoy. And some animals like people who are in zoo, animals who are in zoo, animals who are used for our rides like horses in Victoria. So these kind of animals. They all are mothers also. They give birth, and the feeling of a human mother towards their child, and for a hen for their child or for a cow for their child, is not even 1% difference. And if we realize that, then our way of thinking life, way of thinking food will evolve into a more inclusive and equality and into Ubuntu, which means, actually there was a little correction, it means I am because we are. Sabai achi tai ami achi in Bangla te bolbo. And that is what the message, that is the purpose of my life which I am spreading. And it's all about compassion and love towards all kind of earthlings. Thank you.
Fantastic. And Abhinav, that's why we say Mother Earth also, na? Because as you said, we are earthlings. Very beautifully expressed.
Exactly.
Ebong ami achi karon shobai ache. Such a powerful line. We have to really, and that was another part of his, small deliberation here really touched me. আমরা নিজেদের কি কোনোদিন সেই জিনিসটা জিজ্ঞেস করেছি যে কেন জন্ম নিয়েছি? জন্ম তো নিয়েছি, কিসের জন্য? এখন অলরেডি যদি বাবা মা বলে রাখে তোকে এই হতে হবে, that's the sad story which is happening in every household, most of the households. কিন্তু আমি কিসের জন্য জন্ম নিয়েছি সেটা যদি নিজে থেকে সাড়া পাই, which is called an inner calling, then maybe, a revolution like Abhinav Bajpayee happens. Ladies and gentlemen, Abhinav Bajpayee,
Thank you,
the man behind Ubuntu, a tribe. Really fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, Upal Ponna.
I would just like to add something to this place. I think Abhinav has put up a very, very honest fact, bang on the face. It's like a tight slap actually on our faces. We are actually bounded by social taboos. And things that is created by us to limit ourselves. So if we can learn how to break them, it's then that we can actually be I am because we are.
Absolutely, and he said he believes in a borderless world. You know, breaking of barriers, borderless. That's Abhinav Bajpayee. Thank you, Alokananda. So we have two more who are not there today, so you can just, just in one line you can express what they are in a small way before we get into the others, the musical part of tonight.
So we have our next showstopper is Mala Pal. Mala Pal has built her own niche in the art and heart of sculpting in a very male-centric profession in Kumartuli. She used to be known as Kumari Malapal. Today she is known as Shilpi Malapal. She is Kolkata's first woman sculptor in Kumartuli. She had to face a lot of challenges, obviously, because it was a male-dominated profession. And people would say that, no, a woman's place is in the home. She doesn't have any place here. But after her father passed away when she was 14 years old, somehow she was determined. And of course, she got support from her two elder brothers and then her husband. And that's her story. And now she's breathing life into clay. And today she is very busy because Durga Thakur, and that is
Mala's Pratima is going to adorn all big pandals of Kolkata and even abroad.
Abroad. Her Pratimas are going abroad and everywhere. And she and her husband, they are all up on their toes. Husband is running with Durga Thakur to Chakradharpur. She is waiting there because somebody is coming to take Durga to Durgapur. So, and that is the reason why she is not here. I have a shairi for her. Manzil unhi ko milti hai. मंजिल उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है पंख तो यूं ही फड़फड़ाते हैं हौसलों से उड़ान होती है.
Beautiful, absolutely. And Mala has opened up her own academy, for young students who would like to learn how to make a Pratima idols. Mala has her own academy today where many are going to learn the skill of making idols. Yeah.
Mala Pale Thakur Gaudar School.
Pathshala or something like that. Yeah.
So our last showstopper is Mr. Kapilanand Mondol. He was supposed to be here, but he's coming from very far, Sundarbans, that side. So I think he couldn't make it. So Kapilda, we call him. Kapilda was born in a very simple farmer's family, grew up in poverty. But once when a villager passed away in the village because due to lack of treatment, he had collected money from the villagers and for the last rites and funeral, and after that also some money was left back. There was some excess money. He realized that what if I had collected this money during his treatment, today he would have been alive. So that was one incident. There was another incident where he saw that the rickshaw puller, the rickshaw he was going in, the rickshaw puller every day he is paying 5 rupees to the owner. And he's been doing it for last 22 years. That time he realized that why can't he have a rickshaw of his own? He went to a shop, he bought the rickshaw, was around 2,500 rupees. He bought it, gave it to the rickshawala and he said, every day you pay me 5 rupees. Once it's done, you don't need to pay, the rickshaw is yours. And then it came in his mind that the village needs empowerment, the women need empowerment. And he started his own organization called Vivekananda Seva Kendra Shishu Udyan. And today he is taking care of 910 villages in Sundarbans. He came in the focus of World Bank. World Bank visited him, studied
United
him.
Nations, also United Nations.
Yes, they studied him and then they wrote an article on him. They are funding him now, and around 52 countries visited his organization to see him, to what work he's doing, and then at the age of 50, he traveled to 26 countries.
And his microcredit is a model today in all the different villages.
Yes, and today his microcredit is a model because of this. And he's helping many women, many people in the village doing plantation, taking care of climate. So that is Kapilanand Mondol, and I have a shairi for him. जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है, जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है, मंजिल के कई इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है, अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर ज़मीन हमने, अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर ज़मीन हमने, अभी तो सारा आसमान बाकी है.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Sara Asman Baki hai. And to take us on to the Asman, on to the maybe cloud 9 now, I would invite a very, very close friend of ours. Whenever we feel low, and even high, I cannot resist calling this man a man with a golden voice, a man who's the anchoring, the man who's known for his anchoring, a man who has done super duper shows. Can we have your hands for Pranam Roy? Let's welcome Pranam to take us to the Asman. Pranam.
Thank you, Pranam.
Thank you so much. I was just going through the entire format, and what I feel right now is that I have achieved so little in life. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a very big round of applause for all the showstoppers? The showstopper is a very, very important person for any fashion show sequence. And they are the showstoppers for the fashion show sequence called Life. So, a very big round of applause. So, প্রত্যেকের জন্য আলাদা করে উপহার নিয়ে আসা উচিত ছিল, এনেওছি, but I have a musical bag, a musical goodie bag. So, we'll all share the goodies. So, once again, a very big round of applause for all the showstoppers at a Jore Hattali. And Olakananda, thank you so much. We are meeting for the first time. Abhishek, thank you. Keep up this good work. Ishidadi, onek din bade dekha holo. Good to see you. ধরো হাল শক্ত হাতে, ধরো হাল শক্ত হাতে, ভয় কি নদীর সাথে, টলবে না নৌকো ভীষণ ঝড়ে রে, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে ও বধুরে, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে, ধরো হাল শক্ত হাতে, ভয় কি নদীর সাথে, ধরো হাল শক্ত হাতে, ভয় কি নদীর সাথে, টলবে না নৌকো ভীষণ ঝড়ে রে, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে ও বধুরে, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে, দরিয়ায় আইলো তুফান, আয় কে যাবি রে, হেসে হেসে যাবি ভেসে মদিনা নগরে, দরিয়ায় আইলো তুফান, আয় কে যাবি রে, হেসে হেসে যাবি ভেসে মদিনা নগরে, ধরো হাল শক্ত হাতে, ধরো হাল শক্ত হাতে, ভয় কি নদীর সাথে, ধরো হাল শক্ত হাতে, ভয় কি নদীর সাথে, টলবে না নৌকো ভীষণ ঝড়ে রে। Can you put your hands up in the air? 1, 2, 3, 4. মন আমার, মন আমার, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে ও বধুরে, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে ও বধুরে, মন আমার কেমন কেমন করে। Thank you so much. Oh, Gurudev, pranam. Thank you. I was going through the entire flow. Showstoppers jara ache. I don't know them personally, but hi to everybody. This is your host and host and your friend Pranam. Sumit Agarwal. I was just going through what Abhishek was saying. I was sitting on there. Sumit kothay? Where is Sumit? So I have a song for everybody. So I have a musical goodie bag. And so one particular goodie for every showstopper. Abhishek had told me that get me some good songs with inspiration. For me, music is inspiration. Any kind of music, any kind of song is inspiration for me. Zindagi kaise ye peheli aaye, कभी तो हंसाए, जिंदगी कैसे ये पहेली आए, कभी तो हंसाए कभी ये रुलाए, कभी देखो मन में जागे, पीछे पीछे सपनों के आगे, हे कभी देखो मन में ही जागे, पीछे पीछे सपनों के आगे, एक दिन सपनों का राही चला जाए सपनों से आगे कहाँ। जिंदगी कैसे ये पहेली आए, कभी तो हंसाए कभी ये रुलाए। That was for Sumit. Lubna. Where is Lubna? Oh, hi. So this is a song which belongs to the Olakananda বসো না, এত সুন্দর মানুষ আমার পাশে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকলে আমার কিরকম নার্ভাস লাগে। Please, this is for you, and this is actually for everybody. We are all showstoppers, aren't we? जिंदगी फिर भी यहाँ खूबसूरत है, थोड़ा है थोड़े की जरूरत है। जिंदगी फिर भी यहाँ खूबसूरत है, थोड़ा है थोड़े की जरूरत है, थोड़ा है थोड़े की जरूरत है। Thank you so much. ইন্দ্রনীল সেনগুপ্ত। ও ইন্দ্রনীলকে আমি চিনি। ইন্দ্রনীল, হ্যাঁ বসো 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 বসো। ইন্দ্রনীলের জন্য পরের গানটা। সো সবাই কিন্তু তালে তালে হাততালি দেবেন। ইফ ইউ আর নট হোল্ডিং দ্য কফি মার্কস। ভাই রে ভাই, আয় রে আয়, ভাই রে ভাই, ও হে আয় রে কুরুল করাত নিয়ে পোড়া বরাত নিয়ে, কুরুল করাত নিয়ে পোড়া বরাত নিয়ে, জঙ্গলে জঙ্গলে আয় রে আয়, মাঠে কাটি 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 হে ভাই রে ভাই, হে হে আয় রে কুরুল করাত নিয়ে, কুরুল করাত নিয়ে পোড়া বরাত নিয়ে, পোড়া বরাত নিয়ে, কুরুল করাত নিয়ে পোড়া বরাত নিয়ে, কুরুল করাত নিয়ে পোড়া বরাত নিয়ে, জঙ্গলে জঙ্গলে আয় রে আয়, মাঠে কাটি 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 বাইরে আচ্ছা যাদের প্রণামকে প্রণাম করছে ও মাই গড প্রণামই তো সবাইকে প্রণাম করে লাভ ইউ বাবু আচ্ছা যাদের গান গাইছি এদের সবার সাথে ওঠা বসা করেছেন যিনি তিনি কিন্তু সেকেন্ড রোয়ের কোণে বসে আছেন এটা কিন্তু এক্সাম সেন্টার গুরু ভুল হলে ক্ষমা হ্যাঁ উপলপর্ণা কোথায় উপলপর্ণা ও আমি Yeah, I would be delighted. I would be delighted. আমি তো কারোর হাত ছাড়ি না লোকে আমার হাত ছেড়ে দেয় আমি কি করব This is for you and ও বাবা এই প্রথম জীবনেই প্রথম একটা জোরে হাততালি আচ্ছা দাদার জন্য একটা হাততালি সুপার এখানে সাউন্ড করাটা কিন্তু ইটস আ টাফ জব and he does it so well and a round of applause for my showstopper Anthony Andrews he has been my anchor in musical anchor चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले एक ऐसे गगन के तले सूरज की पहले किरण से आशा का सवेरा जागे चंदा की किरण से धुलकर घन घोर अंधेरा भागे सपनों में पली हंसती है कली जहां शाम सभानी चले जहां हम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले एक ऐसे गगन के तले एक ऐसे गगन के तले एक ऐसे गगन के तले थैंक यू उपलपन्ना Sujorita. Sujorita was the name of one of my very, very dear old friend. She was a very special person in my life. And then, you know what happened? Nothing. We just grew up. That's it. চিরপরিচিতটা হতে দাও একটু আস্তে আস্তে গাইবো The song has been one of the most inspirational songs in my life. So-called popular number. जिंदगी की यही रीत है हार के बाद ही जीत है जिंदगी की यही रीत है हार के बाद ही जीत है थोड़ी आंसू है थोड़ी हंसी आज गम है तो कल है खुशी जिंदगी की यही रीत है हार के बाद ही जीत है गम का बादल जो छाए तो हम मुस्कुराते रहे, गम का बादल जो छाए तो हम मुस्कुराते रहे, अपनी आंखों में आशाओं के दीप जलाते रहे। आज बिछड़े तो कल फिर मिले, आज रूठे तो कल फिर मने, जिंदगी की यही रीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है। মানে I was listening to your story, so একটা কথাই বলতে পারি, জাগ জাগ আছে তা জাগ, কি হবে মনে রেখে। Thank you so much, Sucharita. Okay, thank you. Avinav, they've got fantastic CVs. Avinav, oh, hi. And your dress sense is also Abhinavo. Okay. Actually, I'm dedicating these songs to each Showstopperzz. Well, this is actually meant for everybody, so you can feel happy. সবাইকে গিফট দিচ্ছি, বাট গিফট র্যাপিং পেপারটা কিন্তু আপনাদেরও, ঠিক আছে? हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन, ओ मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन।
We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday.
मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। मन में है विश्वास,
पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन,
हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन,
हम होंगे कामयाब
The real showstopper, showstopper of showstoppers. Thank you.
Real
Thank you,
showstopper, absolutely, Pranam. That's the right word for him.
সৌমিতা, দুজন তো নেই আজকে।
না, হ্যাঁ, তিনজন নেই, তুমি ওদের জন্য একটা
সবার জন্য, তাহলে যারা নেই তাদের জন্য
একটা হোক।
অলকানন্দ, আবার আমার পাশে দাঁড়িয়েছো তুমি? ও আচ্ছা,
মানে না, তোমার কোন পাশটা যেন তোমার লাকি সেটা বলে দাও। তোমার ডান পাশ না বাঁ পাশ?
আমি যে পন্থী হতে চাই না কেন, কোনোটাই ওয়ার্কআউট করে না।
ঠিক আছে।
সবার জন্য। ছেড়েছো তো অনেক কিছুই পুরনো অভ্যেস, অসুখ বিসুখ হওয়ার পরে জিলিপি সন্দেশ। ছেড়েছো তো অনেক কিছুই পুরনো অভ্যেস, অসুখ বিসুখ হওয়ার পরে জিলিপি সন্দেশ। ছেড়েছো তো অনেক কিছুই পুরনো বলচাল, পুরনো ভর কুড়নো ঘর, কুড়নো জঞ্জাল। হাল ছেড়ো না, হাল ছেড়ো না বন্ধু,
বরং কণ্ঠ ছাড়ো জোরে দেখা হবে তোমায় আমায় অন্য গানের ভরে ছেড়েছ তো অনেক কিছুই পুরনো সেই হাসি সকাল বিকেল জানিয়ে দেওয়া তোমায় ভালোবাসি আমি ছাড়িনি ছেড়েছ তো অনেক কিছুই পুরনো সেই হাসি সকাল বিকেল জানিয়ে দেওয়া তোমায় ভালোবাসি স্বপ্নগুলো ছেড়েছ তো কয়েক বছর আগে আমার কিন্তু স্বপ্ন দেখতে আজও ভালো লাগে হাল ছেড়ো না বন্ধু বরং কণ্ঠ ছাড়ো জোরে দেখা হবে তোমায় আমায় অন্য গানের ভরে আমারও তো বয়স হচ্ছে রাত বিরেতে কাশি আমারও তো বয়স হচ্ছে রাত বিরেতে কাশি কাশির দমক থামলে কিন্তু বাঁচতে ভালোবাসি হাল ছেড়ো না বন্ধু বরং কণ্ঠ ছাড়ো জোরে দেখা হবে তোমায় দেখা হবে তোমায় দেখা হবে তোমায় আমায় অন্য গানের ভরে
ফ্যান্টাস্টিক হাল ছেড়ো না বন্ধুরা হাল ছেড়ো না আমাদের একটা গান দিয়ে আমরা প্রমোশনটা করেছিলাম তো সেই গানটা দিয়ে আমরা শেষ করতে চাই প্রণাম
The song was 1974 রিলিজ আমার সিনেমাটা একদম ভালো লাগতো না তখন ব্ল্যাক এন্ড হোয়াইট টেলিভিশন একদম ভালো লাগতো না কারণ সিনেমাতে মারামারি ছিল
হিরোটাকে ভালো লাগতো
বিনোদ খান্না ইট ওয়াজ অলওয়েজ মাই ফেভারিট
সেইটাই তো বলছি হিরোটা দারুণ
না
ছিল
বাট তখন আমি বচ্চন
আচ্ছা বচ্চন ফ্যান ছিল
তো তখন ঠিক আছে মানে সবাই চলে আর কি মানে তো সেই গানটা যে আজকে এরকম একটা তারপরে ইট বিকেম আ গসপেল ইন মাই লাইফ বাট আমি বুঝতে পারিনি আজকের শো স্টপার্সে ইট উইল প্লে সাচ আ বিগ রোল ইনা কোথায় ও ইনা ডান দিকে আছে আচ্ছা আচ্ছা না মানে
ও তো বাঁদিক আর ডান দিকের ব্যাপার আছে
ডান দিকটাই সেফ অনেকটা জায়গা খালি আছে
সেই
ওকে সো Showstoppers, everybody is a showstopper. সবার জন্য একটা জোরে হাততালি everybody. Alakananda, thanks for this beautiful initiative. অভিষেকের সঙ্গে কত প্রায় 25 বছরের আলাপ আমার and we have shared some lovely moments. A very big round of applause for the entire team. আরো একবার সুবিধা, thank you. You always inspire. Ishidadi, thank you so much. And all the beautiful people. সবার নাম জানি না.
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के
अच्छा একটা রিকোয়েস্ট আছে take out your mobile phones and switch on the torch lights everybody please do that and we can have a little Mexican wave.
But you want
Mexican wave is very simple.
Mobile wave এরকম হবে
You go right and you go left. That's perfect.
Lovely. সবাই একটু লাইট গুলো জ্বালিয়ে নেবেন. That's the light of life.
Yeah, that's the light of life.
कभी रुक जाना नहीं.
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के ओ राही 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 रुक जाना नहीं तू झुक गया है जब कभी ऐसे कोई मस्ताना निकले है अपनी धुन में दीवाना शाम सुहानी बन जाते हैं दिन इंतजार के ओ राही 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 रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के कांटों में चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के ओ राही 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 ओ राही
Ladies and gentlemen, Pranam Roy, Anthony, the magic was here. Thank you so much, Pranam. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Onindo, for that fantastic sound management. And friends, the message was so beautifully, so musically transmitted. Ruk jana hi, never stop, never stop. And Showstoppers also, the tagline is, the show must go on. So I hand it over to Olokananda, who has been the entire brain behind Showstoppers, the one who has researched so meticulously, the one who has got the Showstoppers from their individual paths in life. Over to Olokananda for the vote of thanks.
I would like to thank. This has been such a splendid evening, and it ended with music. Music is therapy, and music is life. It's just so beautiful because every music is connected to our emotions, or we can say that our emotions are connected to every music. Life is like a musical instrument. Life is like a musical instrument. The melody depends on how you play it. So play music, be happy. I want to thank Shonali for this beautiful space, for our shoot, for the launch of this. I want to thank Ganpion for the live streaming on Facebook. Wisdom Tree Cafe, Shonali. Learning System for the event organization and event management. Pranam Roy for beautifully singing and honoring each showstopper here. Beautiful. We just enjoyed. It was so good. I just couldn't, sit because I just wanted to stand and dance. So that's what I was doing. And I want to thank Anthony, who was playing the guitar. Thank you so much, Onindo Nandi, for sound management. I want to thank Deepayan for creative post for our print media. I want to thank BongoNet, Radio BongoNet, for being our radio partner for radio promotion. It's been really, really a beautiful journey. Everybody be happy and always be happy. Life throws challenges to only make us stronger. I would also...
Someone who was out of the script, but the man is here, without whom hum honge kamyab hote pare na. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen, for Kolkata's iconic Sumit Roy.
Shumita, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful song. Beautiful song. Really loved it. I want to thank Ishita Di. She has left, but I really want to thank her for sharing her words of wisdom. Thank you to each one of our showstoppers. Without you, this web series wouldn't have happened. Thank you everybody, all the people here in the audience, my friends, my family, my Showstopperzz family, everybody come here to support, encourage. Please keep supporting and encouraging each other. Let us live happily. Let us live in love and peace. One last announcement I would like to make, that if any of you all feel that you can be part of Showstopper in our next season and you have a story of bounce forward, a story of bounce. Now every time I'll say bounce, I'll start doing, no, it's bounce forward, because Shumit is right. Every time, if you have a story of bouncing forward, we are there for our next series. Please do contact me or Abhishek, and in case you know of anyone who can make a difference to this society, please do reach out to us. We are there. Shonali, where are you?
The lady behind Wisdom Team.
Thank you, Shonali. This was always...
This wouldn't have been possible.
This wouldn't have been because of this venue, our shooting the whole day, and today's launch, everything. The entire Wisdom Tree team. Thank you so much. And thanks to Abhishek, he's been such a wonderful person. I mean, I was telling him the other day that he's so down to earth. He's absolutely got no attitude or nothing, you know.
My wife is sitting there, so I don't know whether she has the same, definition after so many years of marriage.
No, it was really splendid. And I think that this was really a wonderful thing. And I'm so happy that, we collaborated. And yes, please come here.
Everybody is saying that he's down to earth, but we have made a pledge to stay away from each other, because whenever we converse, it is always arguments, and arguments.
That's the spice of, I think, a relationship, a life. So I would like to thank everyone here, Abhishek.
Yeah. So at the end, we have to all say in chorus one line. What? The show must go on. 1, 2, 3. The show must go on. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being a part of Showstopperzz Season 1 launch. It was wonderful. Without you, this wouldn't have happened. Thank you once again. Good night. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you.